Now, the Union Minister for Information and Technology, the MOS, Mr. Rajeev Chandrasekhar, has slammed the Congress party. In his tweet, he said that hypocrisy, thy name is Congress. This is with respect to what he describes as the double standards on the part of the Congress when it had opposed the fact-check unit being set up by the centre, while it has no hesitation setting up a similar unit within the state of Karnataka. We'll show you that tweet in just a short while from now, but that's an important reaction now coming from a central minister who has in fact spoken at length about the fact-check unit that the centre wishes to now set up in order to mark out any fake news as fake in the event that it contradicts the data that is under the government's jurisdiction or that the government possesses. And now he's of course questioned the decision of the Congress party to set up a unit of a similar nature within the state of Karnataka. Let me in fact go across to Meenakshi who will take us through the details of Mr. Chandrasekhar's tweet. Yes, Meenakshi.
Well, yes, Siddharth, since you have summarized the entire controversy without much ado, let's take the viewers directly through Rajeev Chandrasekhar's tweet. Rajeev Chandrasekhar has tweeted, and I'm quoting him verbatim, he said that when the government of India brings in the fact check as a part of IT rules only to label misinformation and patently false news about the government and allow courts to adjudicate, a section of people like Kapil Sibal and the Editors Guild are creating a noise and misinformation, says Rajeev Chandrasekhar. Then he goes on to talk about the Congress's previous rule, the UPA, when Congress government from 2004 to 2014, according to him, misused Section 66A, and now Congress CMs like Siddharamaiah want to use fact-checking police to criminalize misinformation. Their stoic silence, hypocrisy, thy name is Congress. Obviously, just to summarize this tweet for our viewers, Rajeev Chandrasekhar hitting out at the Congress, calling them hypocritical as far as their stance on the fact-check unit by the government is concerned.
Thanks a lot, Meenakshi, for taking us through that tweet. Let me also go across to my colleague Deepak, who's been reporting on this from Bengaluru. Deepak, how is the Congress now explaining its decision, given the fact that when it came to the fact-check unit being set up by the centre, Mr. Pawan Khera, spokesperson of the Congress, had described that particular move as Orwellian and amounting to censorship. How does the Congress now explain its decision to come up with a similar unit in Karnataka?
We spoke to some of the Congress leaders, of course, who say that the BJP has been spreading false news through various of its handles that needs to be tackled. And some of them, of course, maintain that as far as this particular wing is concerned, it will tackle fake news from anybody. And it's not, something that's going to target the opposition. It is to ensure that peace and harmony is maintained in the state. But of course, we've seen the BJP, which has cried foul and said that, the Congress is the factory that brings out fake news more often than not. And more importantly, they even go on to say that the opposition seems to be the target here through this particular wing, and they've already done that in the past. Mr. C.T. Ravi, we just heard a little while ago, even made a mention of the emergency that was brought during the time of Indira Gandhi by the Congress in India, and they say that this is the kind of efforts that they'll put in through this sort of a wing, try to muscle the voice of the opposition, and that's exactly why this wing is coming out. We'll really have to see while, of course, the wing starts, effectively functioning.
Right.
How whether it will be political or whether they will mainly concentrate on, posts that could, of course, lead to disturbances in the state.
Right. Many thanks, Deepak. We'll, of course, keep track of all the reactions coming in from the state of Karnataka on this very pressing issue. Thanks for taking us through those inputs.